Go.
Hey guys, my name is Khadija, and this is my little sister Elise, and we want to welcome you to Bridging the Sister Gap. Today, we're going to be talking about top 10 artists who have impacted us the most, musical artists. And this isn't about sales or popularity. This is about who has had the greatest impact on us on different stages in our lives, or in some cases over the entire course of our lives. Um, so let's get into it.
Mm.
Sissy, do
I'm
you
ex-
want to go first?
no, you go first. No, I'm going first.
Yeah, go first.
Okay. So I kind of like I went like I started from like my youngest to now, and a lot of these artists I go back to, right? And even though my first one at the time I hated their music, because this is I was really young, and my father just played them all the time. And so I never liked them, and I used to get so mad. We were in the car and he would blast their music, but my first one is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I had a feeling that's who you were talking about.
But now, as an adult, I have like such an appreciation for their music, you know. Even though I mean none of their songs are on my Spotify playlist or anything, but when I hear them, or even if I'm in a store, I'm in a supermarket, and I hear one of their songs, it makes me think of Daddy, and I get all like emo and stuff.
Brings you back.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they're and knowing now like a lot of artists have they've made an influence on a lot of artists after them too. So but yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire is my first one.
I like it. I like it. And yeah, we've definitely heard a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire in our house. That is for sure. Um, I I'm gonna start with probably the one that's had the biggest impact on my life overall. That for me, that's gonna be Michael Jackson.
Mm. Yeah,
I
he's next on my list.
so
Yeah,
so we've killed two stones here.
literally.
I have been I don't like the word obsessed, but that's probably the perfect word for
Yeah.
how I have felt about Michael. I mean, I so many memories of him in all the different aspects of, I mean, from Jackson 5 to the Jacksons to
Hmm.
when he transitioned into his solo career.
Yep.
Um, I had posters of him all around my walls. Um, he has probably had the greatest impact on me. I remember exactly where I was when he passed away.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Same.
so and his music is one of those where I still listen to him,
Same.
and have made my children listen to him. My
Yep.
children know him, and that
Yep.
is really important to me. That I want them to know true music, real music. So yeah, Michael
Agreed.
Jackson is going to be number one. And these are not in order, but he's
No.
definitely number one. He's number one for me.
Me too. Me too. I mean, he's my number one also. I mean, I actually actively, listen to willingly listen to Michael Jackson. With me, my one of my our first you had a Fisher Price uh vinyl record player, and I inherited it. And then I would listen. I had the Thriller album, which I would assume was probably yours.
Yes.
And I would sleep with it at night. And so even I had, recorded concerts on VHS tapes, things like that. I, used to try to dance like him, all the
Are
stuff.
you being obsessed with Moonwalker?
Oh my God, Moonwalker. Are you kidding me? And I tried to get my daughter to watch Moonwalker, and she could not get into it. But she loves Michael Jackson. So like, and then once the Wii game came out, then the kids were your age, your son and then my daughter, they both, were she had like a real obsession with Michael Jackson. Still kind of
I
does,
love it when
but
all kids go through I think all kids go through a Michael Jackson obsession, and I love it. I'm here for
yes.
it because he's the GOAT. He is the
Yeah.
GOAT.
And then when I told her that he was dead, she was so heartbroken. I was like, "Oh my God,
Mhm.
I'm so sorry." But yeah, he died before you were born, girl. I'm sorry. But yeah, she was so heartbroken. But yeah, he's next on my list too. So he was my number 2/1 for
Number 2
me.
slash 1? Okay. So do you
Mhm.
want me to
Yeah,
say
you
my
can go next. Yeah,
okay. My next one's gonna be Prince.
that's mine too.
Is it really?
Yes, that's so funny.
So, the first time I ever heard Prince, was when he first came out, and I remember I was at my godmother's house, and we had gone over, there to visit, and I remember her saying to mommy, um, "You have to listen to this guy, but the kids can't hear." And I remember being like me and my god sister looked at each other like, "Well, what is this?" So I think they were down in a basement, and of course we was sitting at the door listening, and we had no business listening, and being like, "Oh my god, what is this?" But it was always such a with Prince, it was always Prince against Michael Jackson when
Mm,
I was growing up, right? And Prince always had really great music, but I don't think I truly grew to understand
mm,
how great he was until I was, I'm gonna say, college, getting older, and then listening to his artistry, and then all of the different artists that he has had his hands on and impacted. Like, he's just a genius. And then when Purple Rain came out, had no business watching it, obsessed with it.
mhm,
Um, yeah, he was just and for another personal reason, Prince was um my aunt, one of her favorite artists, and I remember her dancing around the house, and she passed away this past year. So I've been listening to a lot more Prince because it makes me think of her when she was young
mhm.
and happy and dancing around. So
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Don't cry.
mm, okay, you can cry. But not yeah, no, Prince is he's next on my list. I think with me, you made me watch Purple Rain, and I can't remember how old I was, but I was a young
Probably
teen.
too young to be watching Purple Rain.
Uh-huh, and you were like, "You've gotta watch this, like, you'll
Mhm.
understand." I'm like, "Fine." And, I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm obsessed."
Yeah.
And I was, like, obsessed with Prince and Purple Rain, like, could recite the songs, do the dance moves, and all that stuff. But, yeah, I think same that he's another one where I began to appreciate his music as I got older.
Mhm.
Um, Purple Rain was cool when I was younger, and I was like, "Oh, it's fun." It's funny moments, even though I wasn't supposed to be funny, but very campy. But then as I got older, I was like, oh, okay, like he was like a real artist, like he was a very very talented guy. And so yeah, he was next on my list.
And I was actually
Um,
blessed to see him in concert, which I've
see, I
never got
never
to see
got
Michael
to.
in concert. That's one of
Mhm,
my biggest regrets. I was gonna try to go to London to see him,
mhm.
and yeah, so but I'm thankful I got to see
You
Prince
got
in
to see Prince. I know
yeah.
not many people can say that. I'm gonna go next, even because you
Okay.
took my 2 and 3.
Okay, you go.
My next one, I think you know who this is, but it's Beyonce slash. I'm gonna do slash Destiny's Child. It's in one bubble, because Destiny's
Beyonce's on
Child.
mine. Beyonce's on
Okay,
mine.
okay. Because I listened to Destiny's Child, from when I was young, when they first came out, like following her entire career. And I feel like even though she's a few years older than me, I feel like I kind of grew with her.
For
We
sure.
also both came moms the same year, like Blue and my daughter the same age. Like, our progression. Her baby daddy and my baby daddy have the same birthday. Like I feel like, we follow we follow similar but very, very different paths, obviously. But her music and how it evolved through the years, I can say that it followed me through different stages of my life, my party days, my became a mom days to, to now, to what she's creating now. I love her big time. I'm like, I've been the president of the Beehive for many, many years.
You have.
So
You have.
many years. When everybody hated on her, I loved me some Beyonce. So there's like, you can't. There's
Those
nothing you can say about
you have, and I remember you used to collect magazines. There was a
her.
time you were a lot more obsessed with Beyonce than I was. Like I love Beyonce. I am definitely a member of the Beehive, but you were on another level.
I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I still have the magazines. Not gonna
Do you
lie,
really?
I do.
Oh
I
my!
don't look at them or anything, like not in a creeper way.
Maybe one
I
day
don't know,
they'll be.
feel
Maybe
weird.
someday they'll be
They'll be
worth.
worth something. I don't know, like old vibe covers and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes.
But yeah, I think I even have an old concert book, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll never forget, and I've seen her in person multiple times, like to the point where when I was in high school, mommy took me to see her. She drove me all the way to Philly to see her, and she was like on tour, like Alicia Keys and some other people. But all I cared about was her. And then I even waited outside in the cold to watch her on Good Morning America, down in Bryant Park. And then Madison Square Garden, the time you were supposed to go, you got tickets and you canceled on me last minute. But I had such good seats, and I was sitting right next to Jay Z and Rihanna.
You're welcome.
But thank you. Those are good seats. But I mean, like when I say every stage of my life, Beyonce has been there, and I love her. I love her.
That's a good one. That's a good
Thank
one.
you.
And I agree. I co-sign. I love her. Um, my next one's going to be Janet Jackson.
I almost put her on mine, and then I didn't at the last minute.
Another one I have seen in concert.
Mm.
Janet,
I
I
saw
think
her.
you cannot overemphasize the impact that she had on pop culture,
Mm.
especially on women in pop culture.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
every other huge, no one was like her. No
Mm.
one was like her. And after her, everybody has taken a piece of her. There's a reason why Beyonce has gone to see her in concert. There's a reason why Britney Spears is like this. Um, she is, and how she changed the game is it was awe inspiring. And I mean, it was one of those things where her albums were like the soundtrack of my life, my high school, college, and
Mhm.
I remember being home with my friends, well, and at my friend Sharice's house, and Rhythm Nation being on, and sitting there watching Sharice trying to learn the dance. Like, I mean, just memories, memories. And she is one of those artists where I still listen to her. I still
Mm.
listen to her. I was listening to Doesn't Really Matter the other day. And it's she just has music that uplifts you and it
It
makes you
does.
happy.
Hmm.
And I love her. I
Yeah,
love her.
I do too.
She's my next. That's Janet.
That's a good one. Yeah, I know. I almost put her on my list. I was like, should I put Janet? And I was like,
Oh,
could you probably put Janet?
this was a hard one for sure.
This was. But it was like it was hard because I feel like even now at different times I listen when I'm in different moods, I listen to different artists. And so and I feel like I don't know, not all of them have made a big impact. So, like I feel like with the rest of my list, I don't think that they've made an impact, but I feel like that they've created the soundtrack of my life,
Yeah.
like of
Yes.
what I was going through in that moment. And so from here down is where my list gets weird. Um, so next is Beyonce's husband, Jay Z.
Okay.
I'm a huge Jay
Why
Z
is
fan.
it weird?
Well, he's not weird, but I think after him it gets weird.
Okay.
Maybe after the next one it gets weird. But next is Jay Z. And so I I started. I guess I was in middle school when I started listening to Jay Z. Like when he first came out, like his first album, Reasonable Doubt, one of my favorites. I can still listen to it now. Um, I Yeah, I just feel like in different parts, like I can still listen to his music. And I even like got like Joe Jackson on my daughter because at one point she couldn't tell the difference between Jay-Z and Kanye. And I was like, we're gonna listen in the car. And I'm gonna play a song, you're gonna tell me who this is. I was like, I'm about to lay my hands on you. Like, I don't understand like how you think they sound the same, honey. Are you kidding me? Like, what? She's like, it all sounds the same. Like, no. This is Jay-Z. This is Kanye. But Kanye is next on my list. Sorry to do a double, but he's next on my list. But at the time with Jay-Z, I remember like especially through high school was like the biggest for me. And even like when like Beanie Siegel and Freeway and all those other artists at that time, came out, I was just like heavy into that, heavy into it. And then since I'm still talking, I'm gonna say Kanye is my next one. And he took me from the end of high school into college, college dropout. I also dropped out of college. Kind of the soundtrack of my.
Kanye makes
Um,
me so sad. He's
he does. I mean, old Kanye,
yeah.
not new
Yeah,
Kanye, to
well,
be
yeah,
specific.
that's what I mean, that's what I mean. He's
Yeah.
so freaking talented, so
Hmm.
talented,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Sad. Very, very sad. But go ahead. You could do two now.
Okay, so I guess mine gets a little weird here too. Not weird, but whatever. Um, my next is gonna be George Michael slash Wham. I was a huge, huge George Michael fan. That was actually the first concert I ever went to, George
I
Michael.
didn't know you went to see him.
I went during his Faith,
Okay.
era. Yeah, I went and saw him in concert, and it was excellent. I love him, and I remember it was really hard being a Black girl, in New York City, like in Wham.
Mm.
When he was in Wham, it was weird. When he left Wham and went solo, then it was more, okay, he's cool, I feel like. But it was like I remember being in high school, freshman year in high school, and it was like nobody was listening to
Both
Wham.
the Lamb.
My friend Michelle, my little friend Michelle, nobody was listening to Wham, but I have loved him since his Wham days. Bad Boys, yeah, that was my boy. So yeah, and I still listen to him. Father Figure, Kissing a Fool, that's a deep cut. People don't even know that. That came on. Remember I was trying to sing Kissing a Fool when we were doing that game,
Mm.
the mic game, the singing game. Yeah.
We were like, what's that? We don't know
Yeah,
that.
nobody knew the song. George Michael deep cut, Kissing a Fool. I love that one. But yeah, George Michael. And we're doing a twofer. My next one's gonna be Alanis Morissette. I
Really?
Yeah, dude. She came out
I
with Jagged
mean,
Little Pill.
I
Let me
recall.
tell you something. I let me she had me in a chokehold, and to the point where like the song will come on in the car now, and I will sing the top of my lungs. And I remember one time when we were living in North Carolina, and I was just feeling like I'm gonna listen to. I haven't heard her in a while. Let me listen to it. And I remember AJ, it's my oldest, was sliding down in the seat because he didn't want anybody to see
Mm.
that I was singing, and I had the windows open and the whole nine. But yeah, there's nothing like singing "You Ought to Know" at the top of your lungs in the car. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Say Lance.
That is funny. No, that's a good one. I'm surprised that she's on your list, even though I know you used to listen to her heavy.
I feel like the reason I had to put her on that list is because I feel like she gave girls, especially at that time, it was like she gave them freedom to say whatever the fuck they want,
Mm.
you know? And that song, I feel like I'll never forget, and I keep talking about Janice, my aunt, she absolutely loved music. And I will never forget when Alanis performed You Ought to Know on the Grammys, and Janice was like, who is that white girl? I like her. And it was just because it was like a cultural reset. You know what I mean? It was
Mm.
just like I'm angry and I'm hurt and Imma just let it
Mhm.
out. Imma say everything. And her voice too. I mean, she has a beautiful voice.
She
I
does. She
I
does.
stand
Yeah.
her. I love her.
Yeah. I know. And Janice used to love she loved Kanye too.
Yeah,
Old Kanye.
she did.
Oh
She
my
did.
God. She had this have recorded on the
I
DVR.
remember.
He did that 808s and Heartbreak concert. They had like did this thing on MTV. And when
Yes.
she played that over and over again, I was like, Janice, you can't possibly be watching this again. Even though I mean I like it too, but like goodness,
Yes.
over
Yes.
and over again.
Yes.
Um, but no, that's a good one. My next one, and now they're kind of not really in any kind of order, I guess. But my next one is Kid Cudi. I love
I know, I remember.
I still love Kid Cudi, even though his last album is trash. I don't know what he's going through, but I love me some Kid Cudi. Okay, listen, he has brought me through some times, some through depression, through all the things, and he's my almost birthday twin. His birthday is I think the day after mine, but I'm telling you, Kid Cudi has brought me through some stuff. And now my
Okay.
daughter likes him. So now it's like a whole family affair where we all love Kid Cudi in this house, okay?
Okay. Okay. Mine's probably not a surprise. Maxwell.
Yeah, not surprised at all.
Yeah. I have loved Maxwell since he first came out. I saw him and I've seen him in concert multiple times. I actually saw him when he first played his first time touring. Um, he opened at Radio City and I was in like the second row and I had Lenny Kravitz and the guy who we should not name anymore, P. Diddy behind me.
Oh.
But I remember being like, "Oh shit, they sitting behind me." He was so good. He was so good. He is probably, I'm gonna say probably the best I've ever seen in concert.
Wow.
I'm I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. In terms of his
Better
voice,
than Beyonce?
in terms of it's just him on the stage. He doesn't have any
I
dancers.
always have to dance like nothing. And
No,
still
it's just
keeps
him.
you with just him by himself.
Yeah, it's just him singing his voice, and he has some of them he's dancing and whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
for you to just be that only person on the stage and you are entrancing everyone like that.
Mm.
Now, don't get me wrong, Beyonce. There's nobody like Beyonce. There is nobody like Beyonce. But
Alive.
Maxwell he was
Mm.
in his prime when he was in his 20s. You there's nothing. There's nothing. Like I've seen him sing this woman's work live and he sounds exactly like the album.
Mm.
Like, come on now. And those are some notes.
They are. They
Those
are.
are some notes. So,
Mhm.
yeah, Maxwell.
Okay. Next is Mariah Carey for me. I've been obsessed with Mariah Carey since I was a small child.
Mhm.
Um, we in the third grade, me and my two best friends, we tried to make a singing group, and I can't sing for shit. Neither could they. Well, one Cheryl could sing, but Serena couldn't. But we tried to make a little girl group and sing Mariah Carey songs. Okay, when we were in third grade. But I have always loved Mariah, always. From then to now, I love how she throws shade on everybody as a
Oh,
person. I
nobody,
just
nobody.
nobody keeps it real like Mariah, okay? So not just her music, but her personality. I love it and I'm here for it. Last Christmas, I took my daughter to see her Christmas show. It was like her first real concert. I love her. Love her. Still love her. Even though she don't move on stage. I love her. I don't care.
That's her thing. That's her thing. And
I
she
love her.
owns it. She's like,
She
whatever.
does.
She's like, whatever.
I love her for it.
Okay. Mine is, and I kind of did like slashes, so it's gonna be New Edition, Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, BBD.
Mm.
They're all New Edition,
One
right?
thing, yes.
Yeah. Their impact on my life since I was a small child till now, I would go pay to see them tomorrow. I've seen them in concert multiple times. Um, they are I love them. I love them. All of them equally together. They are
Mhm.
the best. They are the best. I don't think they get the recognition they deserve
Mhm.
because can
They
you name another group that has broken up and every single new person that came out went platinum, multi-platinum? No one. There's no other place. You can't even not even the Beatles.
Mhm.
Each one of them didn't do that. Only John and, Paul.
Right.
The other ones, no. But them, every single one of them, even Johnny Gill, and I love Johnny Gill, even Johnny Gill.
Trying to go. Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah,
No,
I
that's a
love them.
good.
I
That's a
love them.
very Gen Xer one of you, but yeah, no.
Yeah,
They're a
what
good group though. I love their songs.
whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
My next one is kind of strange, but it's The Dream. And only because I know random, right?
Yeah.
Because I can still listen to his first album like
That's
today.
that was a
Like
good
it was just like it just came out yesterday, okay? In the car today, this morning, Falsetto came on and I was like, damn, this was a good song. But it reminds me of like my party time. Like that was a good time for me when Elise was out in the streets, okay? I had a really good time. And it reminds me of that time, like my early 20s, like I was
Mhm.
like 23, 24-ish. It was a good time for me. It was a good time. I had a lot of good fun, good nights with those songs, okay? And so yeah, I love The Dream at that point in my life. And I still listen to those music now, those songs now today.
Okay.
So,
Um, my next one, uh, you are gonna be like, "Meh," but, Taylor Swift. Taylor
oh,
Swift. I am a Swiftie.
I knew she was gonna make this list. Go
I
ahead.
You are such a hater for no reason. I have loved Taylor Swift since Fearless, since she put out Fearless. I loved, how I got hooked on her. I remember I was watching the movie, Letters to Juliet, and at the end of it, Love Story comes on, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this song." And I remember, like, I heard it again, I was like, "Who's this?" "It's Taylor Swift, da da da." And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love that song." And so I quietly would listen to the songs. And then when she went through the whole thing with Kim and Kanye, and I don't know, I just had a renewed respect for her. Like if listening to the music, she's one of those artists where she's not a vocalist, she's a storyteller. She's a storyteller. And if you listen to her music, especially if you're going through hard times or you're going through a bad relationship, no one talks about love the way she does. Both the falling in, the middle part, and in the end, she's got a song for everything, for everything. So I love her. And she's on my list.
That's good for you. There's nothing you can say that convinced me to ever have her on my list. I'll say that. Um,
We're gonna get you to listen to some Taylor Swift songs. We're gonna get you to
I
listen to
listen.
them.
I can't, and I'm sorry. Like I
No,
mean,
but see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I've tried to say this to you before. You can't judge her discography on the crap that they put on the radio because that's like the lowest common denominator. She has songs, and you've listened to songs and you didn't realize they were her, and you liked it. I bet you money. I bet you money. Not even songs that she has songs she's written for other people, and you liked it, and you
I
didn't
mean,
realize.
I'll say yeah, she's a talented songwriter. Sure. Do I like her music or her as a person? No.
What is her as a person? This is, you know what? Let's not.
I
This is.
know. I know. This is
Let's not. Let's
listen.
not. Okay,
Okay.
moving on. Moving on. Who's your next?
We're gonna agree to
This is gonna
disagree
be another. This will be another episode. This will be another episode. Okay, go
of
ahead.
us fussing about freaking Taylor Swift.
Yeah, go ahead.
My last one is Aaliyah. Um, when she first, I wanted to be Aaliyah. First of all, I was like, she's so pretty. I need my hair straight with the swoop, please. Like I like literally wanted to be her. I thought she was so pretty. She was so talented. Her music, I'll never forget. We drove when we went down south for that family reunion, you and I. And I remember in the car falling asleep and hearing Missy saying, Aaliyah, wake up. And it was waking me up. Like, what? Like, where is this voice coming from? And I can't even remember what song it's before, but it's Missy saying, Aaliyah, wake up in the album. But yeah, I loved her. And I feel like her death was the first like celebrity death that really bothered me. Like I was young and I was like, I don't understand. Like I get in my head, deaths only happen to old people and things like that. And I'm like, but she's young at the height of her career. I couldn't quite
Couldn't
understand that.
fathom it. Yeah.
Yeah. And but yeah, and I mean in all her movies, I mean, Romeo Must Die, I can watch
That's my favorite. Yeah.
to this day, over and over again. That's one of my favorite movies. Her music, yeah, I love her and I miss her.
Mm,
Yeah.
ditto. Ditto. Okay, my last one, probably not a surprise. Mary J. Blige.
No, not surprised.
Yeah, I love her. And this is another one, like stages of life. I was in college when What's the 411 came out, and it was literally one of those things where it was every car in Brooklyn was playing this album, like her album. It was like everybody was playing it. She was everywhere. And then I remember when I got divorced, my friend Kenny sent me oh my gosh, what's the name of her song? So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm
Oh yeah.
I remember he sent that to me and he was like, "That's your theme song, girl. That's it. That's it from now on. That's it." And I love her. I love her. She's
Fine. Isn't the name of
like,
the song Fine? Fine,
mhm.
fine,
Yes,
fine. Yeah.
that's the one. That's the one. But yeah, she's had a huge impact on my life. She's one of those artists where I still listen to her today. I
Mhm.
still listen to her today, and she just you hear the song and it immediately takes you back to where you were, what you were
Mhm.
doing. Good memories, good memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love her. Do you have
I'm
some
wonder
honorable mentions?
I do have some honorable mentions, but just to piggyback on Mary, one of her songs was one of the first songs that I remember memorizing. But like I knew all the lyrics to her song. It was probably because of you.
Oh,
Um,
and and me, am I playing the same song over and over again?
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Mhm.
My honorable mentions are I've got Talib Kweli. I love
Okay.
him. The Blast, one of my favorite songs. That one took me through high school. Um, I another like groups as far as like my rock groups like Incubus, Third Eye Blind. I love them. And talk about being a black girl listening to that kind of music. People were like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" The
Mhm.
Deftones. I love the Deftones. And even Incubus had come out here, and I was like, "Damn, I want to go see them, but I don't have nobody to go see them with. Like, who's gonna go see an Incubus concert with me?" But I love, 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 love them. But those are my honorable mentions.
Okay. My honorable mentions are gonna be, Stevie Wonder,
Mm, so good.
um, Patti LaBelle,
Mm,
Tina Marie,
mm.
and Jill Scott.
Oh, Jill Scott. Yeah.
Those are
Oh,
my
I was just listening the other day to what's that song? The Let's Take a Long Walk. Oh, what's the name of that song?
Isn't Long Walk?
Is it called Long Walk? I don't know. But it came on, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this was such a good song.
Yeah, that
That's
whole album,
yeah,
that whole album,
that's good.
so good. So, so good.
This was a good one. The good topic for us. Not too much arguing, except for Taylor Swift, which we'll revisit in another video. I feel like maybe we should hash this out. Um,
I you know what? I think you're a hater, and
I'm not
haters
a
gonna hate, hate, hate,
not a
hate,
hater
hate,
at all.
but whatever. But yeah, I think we need to hash this out. What do y'all think? Do we
Let
need
us.
to hash this out?
I
But
just feel like she's a mediocre white girl, but keep going.
this is fighting words. Fighting words. Anywho, all right, y'all. Who are the artists who shaped your life? Do you agree or disagree? Can you co-sign on who we talked about? Drop it
Please.
in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see y'all next time.
Yes. Bye.